manifest yourself amongst the clean heart. So run away, dark heart. No try for manifest yourself amongst the clean heart. So run away, dark heart. I won't let you take my light away.
Welcome to the Dark Heart Radio Show.
Welcome to another week of the Dark Heart Radio Show with me, Greenside. In an hour, my friend SP is back on the decks. Track you listen to is Pensies with Moonlift. Now we're going into I Wanna See You Smile with Wait.
Test, test, test. Weird. Test, 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 test. Huh. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Am I coming through? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Oop. You're not on yet. Are you ready? One sec. Okay. And you should be live. Okay. Oh, hey, Dave. Casey's here. All right. For some reason. Weird.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And talk and let them know if they can hear you.
Hello.
Oh, I don't think your
I
mic's
should
on.
Be here now. Be here now. That's what we're striving for. I just want to make sure my alarm is set. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm gonna have
There's
to
some.
leave y'all a little bit early to go to work.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this thing. Hey y'all. Hey, it's good to be back. So I'm gonna be here for about.
Okay, you're not
10%
coming
of the while.
through.
I'm really stoked. Sorry.
Let's make sure.
Here we go.
Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
All right, we're doing. It's Saturday. We're feeling Saturday vibes. Happy to be back. Happy to be back in the hoop together. I'm feeling a sense
Oh,
well-being.
hold on. Ann, I don't think they can hear you.
Oh. I was just trying to keep the party going. Am I here now? We don't know, folks, what's going on out there.
Weird. Okay.
So
No, they can't hear you.
we can't? Okay, I'm still not here. I think I'm hearing myself on my speaker. Okay, just keep us posted. Meanwhile, I'll just be like,
Oh, wait. I see. I got you. Hold
what
on.
are we doing? Okay, we're here.
All right.
What's everybody doing with your Saturday? Give us an update.
Okay, there.
How's your morning been? I managed to get about 7
My
hours
mic
of sleep.
was way down. All
Mine
right.
is or yours?
No, wait, I got it now.
Okay.
I guess my fix the other day.
Turn the mics down.
Yeah.
All right.
And let's see if we can.
All right. Very low, says Dave.
Yeah, I think we got you. I think we're good now.
All
I think I
right.
had it turned way too low.
Tom's got a new hairstyle.
I do have a new hairstyle.
You're going to miss this. Thank you, Dave. When you have shorter hair again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all going to miss it.
Oh, I need
Very
the room.
Karate Kid, though.
Yeah.
Today is Karate Kid style, which everybody loves 80s style. I kind of hated it at the time. How did you feel about 80s
I hated
style?
80s style.
Really? What did you not like about it?
I just wasn't about the mullet and
Uh-huh.
I thought it was corny at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I still do. But
Yeah.
I'm basically a child of the 80s.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm more of the
my
70s.
formative years were the 80s and not the 90s. So I was already, 16 by 1990. So, not that those aren't formative years, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the true childhood.
Like
the
I
digits.
never really was into Duran Duran and stuff like that.
Love Duran Duran. And in fact, Duran Duran, for everybody's listening and hooping edification, is a band that stands up over time, unlike some 80s bands,
Yeah.
But I felt like, I remember even feeling at the time about 80s fashion like it was inorganic. That's what I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
And that there was something cold about it. It was so these sharp edges And it was, I think, about, this dawning of computerized technology, digital technology, and reflecting that. And I did not love that. I loved, organic, flowing 70s, Stevie Nicks
Yeah, totally.
kind of beauty. Cher. Yeah. Cher was, I've been thinking
I
about
miss
this a
Cher.
lot. Like, my early icons are definitely, still my icons. Like, Cher, I would definitely imitate Cher and, dress up and be on my mom's bed, ooh, with the hairbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, this is the longest, talking about Cher and hair goals, this is the longest my hair's ever been.
Really?
So I have my Cher, yes, because I would put my mom's stockings on my head and that was my long hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. Anne has to jet before the end of class, and we're starting on time, so I don't want to lose this.
Oh, right. I explained that, but that was maybe before I could be heard. So I have to leave early to go to work. So I'll miss y'all at the end, but I'll be here for most of the class.
Okay. So I bought the stream a toy
All right.
that I think is going to make the sound issues a lot easier. I did figure out shortly after I had to cancel class how to fix the sound issue should it come up again, but anyway, I haven't purchased anything for the stream in a while. For those of you that don't know, whenever I get a donation, it basically goes into a stream kitty, and I've pretty much, I've spent all of it on equipment and maybe more on equipment than I've taken in, but I love doing this, and today is a great example. I'm going through it's not even serious stuff. My cell phone died, and so I've been in this place of it completely died unexpectedly. And you know what? I am hardly
Dump it
ever
on us.
conspiratorial. I'm not usually a conspiracy guy. But I think the one conspiracy that I'm sort of up on is, and I don't know if it's other companies, but that Apple, as soon as I start getting all these upgrades and the new phones come out, my phone dies. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'll just let the facts speak for themselves, but I know a lot of people that this happens to, where
Oh, yeah.
right when they start getting all these upgrade emails, their phone starts to fritz out. Mine wasn't even 3 years old, and just died. Just died without warning, just on the way to work, just died. Didn't drop it in water, didn't bang it. It just died. So anyway, I want to go ahead and get going. We're going to start our sway off today with a track that's actually over an hour long, but we're not going to sway for an hour. But so we'll play for the first 4 or 5 minutes of it, 6 minutes, and sway up to it. I think we've done this song before, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
But this is from Dirtwire. They did some ambient
Oh,
stuff, or they
hell
put this
yeah.
up a year ago. I don't know when it came out,
Yes.
but it's a nice ambient mix from Dirtwire, which is very unusual. Anna and I went to see Dirtwire, and it
Incredible
was
show.
really good
Highly
show.
recommend.
I totally recommend going if you.
Just amazing.
I had
Have you
seen
seen
them
Beats
before,
Antique
but it was
Live,
even
Thomas?
better. What's that?
Oh, wait. We've seen Beats Antique Live at the Burn, I guess.
Yeah.
Incredible, both. A lot of shared members of the same band.
Yeah.
If you can see either of them live, do it. And take your hoop if you can.
Okay. Oh, I see. So everything I had set up kind of got reset, but I think we'll be okay. All right.
Hey,
Let's
yay.
play some music and get swaying.
Excuse me, y'all.
Wow.
I'm going to turn my... I'm so sorry.
Wow.
God.
Gross.
I'm really sorry. I'm used to not having
man.
a mic all the time.
Jeez. Wow. To my misophonia friends out there, I apologize on behalf of the HoopPath stream. Maybe I'm not bright enough. Oh, sweet. Carla, welcome.
Yeah, what up, Carla? Hey, Mars.
That's better.
Oh, thank God you missed that rain.
Okay, here we go. In the last class we were able to actually have, which I think was a week ago, I brought up tolerance. And I invited you to reopen that passageway, or, do some preventative declogging of that flow of tolerance that I believe is necessary for happy social life. And Ann and I were having a great talk right before class, and the word humanity came up. And so as you open your body and sway, I invite you to tune in to that tone of humanity. And I mean all the different definitions and use cases. Humanity in the sense of multiple humans as one cooperating organism. And I mean humanity in the extended respect we offer to another human being. When we forget our humanity, when we forget that we're part of a group, it excuses a lot of bad things. It subtly condones our neglect. Audible breath in. We're social creatures. Our societies depend on each other. All the way back in time, there are very few successful human lone wolves. The belief is that we've reached the heights that we have because of cooperation long ago. And I'm inviting you to join me in reminding yourself that you're part of humanity. Audible breath in. I invite you to remind yourself that you want to offer respect to others, that you want to love others without reason. Audible breath in. I am human, you are human, we are human. Almost like a mantra. I am human, you are human, we are human. I want happiness for my family just like you do. I want happiness for you just like you want it for me. I don't like to be sick, and I know you don't like to be sick either, so I wish health for you. I've had my heart broken. I know you have had your heart broken. We have had our hearts broken. I have felt real joy. You have felt real joy. We have felt real joy. audible breath in. Wow.
Woo!
You know, I really like that ambient track.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Deep calm
Yeah.
about it. Felt like, yeah. Wow, that was a good sway.
Yeah?
I was doing more organic movement. I end up, what I really should do, that would be best for me, and maybe for y'all, but to stretch more before class. Because I spend a lot of the sway stretching. I literally just burped again as soon as I got back on. Seltzer, guys,
Yeah.
it's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, having a little stretch, I want to start implementing that. Pre-class stretch
Yeah.
and rolling on my wooden roller.
Yeah, right? I didn't. That's
Didn't
so,
sound like dirt wire.
Yeah.
Really didn't.
You know, the thing is that I've said this on the stream a long time ago, but man, you know, I really try to, you know, whenever I hear a good ambient track on SoundCloud, I don't listen to Spotify just because I don't know it, not out of protest, but like every time I hear a good ambient track, I'm always, even if I like 80% of it, I always thumbs up it because it is so hard for ambient music artists to make money. It is
I hear ya.
and because they can't, like, it's hard for them to make money performing. You know, like some of your favorite ambient tracks, you know, you may not want to go somewhere and sit and listen to with, you know, a bunch of people or try to dance to or whatever. And so they don't sell. It's hard to tour, and therefore it's hard to make money because selling music is not really a money maker as much as for
Right.
small artists as it used to be. So they make all their money in. Let me turn your
Streams?
camera on. So they make their, you know, they have to make all their money in, you know, in streams and things like that. So, but you know, thank goodness
That's
Dirtware
so
made
sad
that.
because what a valuable, you know, genre of music.
Yeah, you know, that was, you know, when I dated a producer, I learned a lot about the sort of electronic music scene. And, yeah, it's hard for a lot of artists like that make the chill stuff. It's hard for them to tour. And so that's why sometimes when you go to a show of a down-tempo person, they've, you know, it's more upbeat than you remember because that's kind of a evolutionary necessity for them to keep doing what they're doing.
And,
You know, and I don't know if there's a fix or not. I'm just saying that support your local ambient artist. Is what I'm saying.
You also saw, from Earth's perspective, to shout her out,
Yeah.
how much work goes into
Oh my gosh.
an electronic musician's just music alone, which is not to say marketing and, you know, distribution, all that shit.
Yeah, totally.
Love Steve Roach too, man.
Yeah, I do too. All right, let's just start off with some sort of free form Warrior flow. Ann and I were thinking about talking about footwork today with Warrior, so we'll see where this goes. But
We
we'll
could just,
start.
you know, we could just casually talk about like the footwork in each different.
Yeah, but we'll start
technique
with
that
a
we do.
free form, and then we'll get a little bit more specific for the next song. And I think this is the one. I got some SoundCloud coming.
I'm feeling good already. Oh my god, I love my hoop. I'm so happy every time I pick it up.
Nice.
It's insane.
I'm glad.
20 years. This is my 20-year hoop anniversary. In fact, next month, Tom.
Oh wow! Wow!
And that was when we
Congratulations! 20
met.
years. Yeah.
Isn't that insane, y'all? 20 years.
So one of the cool things about my brain is that, or your brain, our brains, humanity's brains, is awareness. And so just by Anna and I introducing that we may talk about footwork, when I'm moving into this free form, my awareness is thinking footwork already. My focus isn't thinking footwork. Just I'm aware of my feet, and just that being aware, just that awareness wakes up my feet. And it may not look like it right now, but I'm steering my flow with the hoop right now. In fact, I don't really care what the hoop is doing. I'm just feeling my feet, and I'm realizing that my feet are bringing up inertia, movement, momentum, creative ideas. Hooping has taken off for me through this idea of awareness and a little bit of focus. But I try, when I'm in flow, I would describe the state as being in awareness. I'm just aware, and the movement is kind of developing itself. There's a little bit of guidance from me, but I'm not telling my hoop and my body what to do every single nanosecond. So if you can bring awareness to your feet today, I have a feeling that they'll start to move on their own. Or that at least you'll notice nuances. You'll feel details that you might otherwise not be feeling. Okay. Man, I am loving the way my hoop feels right now.
That was fun. Am I back? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just exploring a whole lot, and I kept going back to my feet, and actually, I guess maybe, not exactly sure why, but definitely my hip, I had to work to kind of pop it out today. So that meant that, like, the different phases of the exercise were, like, really different for me, like, versus, I don't know if some of y'all have that, but, I mean, this right hip is, like, it'll get kind of stuck, and then if I can unstick it, I can move a lot more deeply into my joints.
Sure.
On my right side.
Sure. Do you have any thoughts about where we go next? I was thinking, I've got some ideas, but
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
go
had
for
any
it,
thoughts.
Thomas.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like maybe I don't have the words to perfectly describe what I'm trying to describe out there, but the more in flow I am, the less decisions it feels like I'm making.
Yeah.
And there's like a vulnerability to being in to making less decisions. I mean, there's a lot of parallels in your real life outside of the hoop, but making decisions is a good thing, but sometimes I think you can make so many decisions that you don't let the results of those decisions breathe. And so I think it's a little bit like that in hooping. And so like what I'm suggesting is that you just bring your awareness, and I've used this analogy before, but if focus spotlight, then awareness is daylight. That it's what like in Anne's scene right now. It's hard to you can see a source of light, but there's so much of it that it fills the whole room.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if we were to close all the blinds and make it dark in there, you would see less. And so bringing your awareness to it is like turning the lights on, opening the windows, bringing in the kind of light that Anne has right now into your feet. And I have noticed that just with awareness brings action, the old Buddhist idea, and I think that happens literally in your hoop, in your feet.
And just to say something else about feeling into your feet, one thing is that, of course, going barefoot opens up a whole new world as far as being able to move your feet, which does prove to be, as Bags is saying, essential to your upper body movement, but also the surface of your floor. So if you're trying to do this on dirt and grass, for example, it's going to be harder. Yeah. But if you have a smooth wood floor, if you have a smooth hooked rug or something, anything, actually, I think it would be, or, maybe you have cool, smooth concrete, but something that'll bring your senses to your feet more.
Yep. Totally.
That's flat.
Totally. I was striving to be, what's your favorite surface to hoop on?
Well, when I'm barefoot, to be honest, right now, it's our kitchen floor.
Okay.
And that's why I wish I could hoop in there.
Yeah, it's a little small. All right, let's okay, so what I thought we would do is just kind of more of the same sort of exploration of footwork and warrior. And I would invite you all to try, if you want a focus, we can't just go with it and you can do this or not do this, but to try Open Samurai a little bit, just to see like sort of what sort of things happen with that. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm holding the hoop like between, my first and second finger, but it could be anywhere. And then I'm going to, basically just hold it in a sort of lean, like in a penny. And then I'm going to just move my feet and just feel that momentum. Of course, I know in reality I'm adding some stuff with my arms, but I just want to feel my footwork. And I don't have to stay in Open Samurai. Go ahead, Ann.
Well, what's cool about if you do some time, and I just encourage everybody, like no matter what technique you're doing, spend a little time there. I think there's a lot of value in just
focusing
drilling
in,
and sticking with it for a minute, because what can happen with this, which requires a lot of different points of awareness, is that if you're thinking about the feet, but you're also doing Open Samurai, which causes you to think about, this cradle between the fingers, which can be such a, transitional space for the hoop. You've got, it's like a mini two bird, two tree.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
All right, let's bring in some music. Nice, Ann.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right on that one. Oop. All right, so we're going blind into these songs right now. So if they're too chill, we'll advance. I thought it'd be fun to listen to songs I haven't heard before. If you're wondering what I'm doing to make the hoop go all the way around, I'm just twirling it when it's up at this, north point here.
North node.
And, it's there if you want to try it. And then, while we're talking about feet, if you haven't, tried this before, we've done it in the stream a million times, but try stepping backwards, try stepping into your night side.
Oh, yeah.
It will, just like that, it will help you. You'll get these cool turns and stuff, and maybe you're used to doing it, or maybe it'll be a new thing for your body.
Also, as Max referred to or alluded to, give it a try of like skipping around to different cradles between different fingers in Open Samurai, because they can feel quite different, and then you can find even more interesting little nuances of movement.
I really like to pull the leg behind me, and that quick turn that comes from that. I really like twirling around the core, like if I bring it down and just twirl. So I'll show you how I polish a move. So yesterday, or just now, 30 seconds ago, I talked about how I like twirling around the core, right? But it's clunky, right? I can feel that it's clunky. So I'm going to, take Anne's advice, and I'm just going to work on that right now. I'm going to keep listening to the music because I want to let my feet do their thing. So this is a very Baxter / HoopPathy way of hooping. A lot of people don't realize how much I drill, but I don't really think of it as drilling. I think of it as just indulging in something that feels good.
Thank you, Tufu. Thank you for that beautiful sentiment. Yeah, the hoop, I've always been interested in, how the hoop requires so much failure, so many drops. Yeah, because it's like, I'm 20 years in, Bax is 24, almost 25 years in, and it's like, drops never end. Never. Gravity goes on.
To me, if you're never dropping your hoop, you're never dropping your hoop, I think you're not, you're denying yourself the exploration of your uncomfort zone.
And learning.
Right.
Not to mention learning, the excitement of learning new techniques. And for me, for example, I had a really hard time learning wedgies.
Whenever I see someone out and they drop their hoop, I'm always like, even if it flies off, I'm just like, good for you for trying. Because, that would have been amazing.
I was like 10 years in before I learned wedgies.
Okay, so I like this song that's coming on. I haven't heard it before, but I like it already. It's a little bit louder than the last song.
Can't tell who it is.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. So I thought what we would do next, again, a suggestion would be to do samurai and tightening and loosening of grip with our footwork.
It's like a variation. It's like doing, these variations in grip. So, when all your fingers are kind of acting almost as one, how does that change? What happens?
All right. Let's try it. Of course, you can do your own thing. You probably are anyway,
yeah.
but here we go. Let's start that over. I like the way that started. You know, when I'm swinging the hoop and I'm stopping it with my grip, for me, and I think for you too, you'll feel your feet kind of anchor in, and you can feel your feet, you know, kind of gripping the ground. Yeah, it's funny, Carla, that you said that, because I used to use that as an example on the road, because I was a sort of skater in the 80s, because it was really popular. That's when boards got really wide. And if I had gone out skating and come back completely clean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, with no scuff marks, you know, no road dirt on what I was wearing, no one would have thought that I had some kind of massive session, right? When you're skateboarding, you kind of wear your fails.
Just like, yeah, if your hoop isn't full of, like, you know, nicks and rough spots and, like, ragged plastic.
Right.
If you're not dropping your hoop, yeah. What are you learning?
And of course, I'm not talking about all the time. Obviously, in a performance, it'd be ideal if you didn't drop your hoop.
Right.
Let's not get carried away here.
I dropped my hoop in my first performance.
Me too.
All the way across the room. Did you drop yours? No, you did. Well, not that night. That was
I didn't.
That was not your first performance, though.
You know, that's kind of fun. You know, let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, stepping with the isolation.
Ooh.
Wow.
God, that was fast.
Yeah, it was a fast one. Oh no, you have to go? Aww.
I'm so sorry. I can't be late though, and it's like quite a ways. So
Yeah.
there's some travel time. Love y'all. And
All right.
What, Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And we'll have our new toy.
Yay!
Yeah. So,
That's
but it won't
exciting.
screw anything up. It's an external device. Nothing will be affected stream-wise.
I'll
So.
see y'all on Tuesday.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
Mwah.
All right. Wait. Before you turn your mic off, let me
Okay.
mute it. Okay, now you can turn it off. We have discovered that creates a really harsh noise for our headphone listeners out there. Okay. Man, my hoop is feeling great. You know, the last few classes, y'all can't see it, but the last few classes have felt like my own personal hooping experience has been just so nice. It makes me wonder if it's related to getting deeper and deeper into alcohol sobriety. Okay, let's try just another song. I was digging that. Oh, yeah, you know, one thing that I was going to mention that maybe I should add in, yeah, just while you get water or whatever, is that, you know, these isolations, if you feel them in your feet No, I'll be honest with you. I think for me, most of the isolation is the twist that I feel. Okay, like that's where I'm feeling like most of the push come from. Turning my shoulder toward you, and then. But I also like to feel it all the way down into my feet. That's not so good. That one, okay. You can take like these. So this is that drop move, and then this is like a whole isolation. Well, not whole, but like you know what I mean. Boom, boom, boom. But you can really feel it in your core. Sometimes you can feel it in different body parts by changing the pace of it, like slowing it down might feel more strengthy, or speeding it up. Like I'm feeling in this move in my abs right now, pretty good. I can walk it down. Let's see if I can walk it. Walk it out. Like the song. Boom. All right. Fun with isolations. What I was doing before, is taking these kind of like, if I'm back here and my hoop is down here, and stepping and bringing it over, right? Super simple move, easy to learn, but you can really feel, how your weight shifts.
I just wanna feel you more. I just wanna feel you more. I just wanna feel you more.
If you haven't tried what I was doing before, it's a pretty beginner isolation move, but instead, right before instead of just bouncing back and forth, when it's at one of these grips, you just kind of push it a little bit.
Find the light, making me shine. We're just making me shine. Wanna feel your hand in mine. I just wanna feel you I just wanna feel you more.
I'm realizing, and I think it's worth pointing out,
I
that
just wanna feel you more.
this for me is how I practice a lot. I like to flow, but a lot of times I just find something like I'm doing right now with this isolation move and then pushing it over. And, I just indulge in doing it for a whole song.
I just wanna feel you more.
What's that? I can't hear you. Hold on a second, y'all. Ann's talking. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. I don't know if we need it. Do we need an inspiration for the next song? We have 10 minutes. We started on time. This is awesome. Okay, I will offer one little focus point that relates to feet, and that is in swing technique, which I'm doing right now. It's really fun, helpful, cool, all those positive things to bring your footwork into that. And in this case, I'm not talking about so much about like, there I am actually moving my feet, but just feeling my feet, just going back to like having awareness down there. And I can't, with awareness on my feet, it's like I'm feeling the hoops mow like all the way down to my feet. And then what I like to do and what's fun and what I'm probably going to practice for this next track is changing my footwork relative to the hoop, or changing my stance relative to the hoop. So I'm swinging it out now, I swing it out, I step over here, I step over here. Now it's actually in bow side. It's going from bow to bow. And this is me if I actually step with it. Boom. It can be a lot of fun. Boom. Just swing the hoop. If you're just new to swing, you can use samurai. Swing, swing, swing. All right, let's try it to music. Each one of these songs plays at a different volume, so that's why it's... Alright, I want to hear something. Alright, let's go for something a little less dark. I love a song. I love dark. Love swing. Swing is a very, I'm not claiming it, I'm just saying it's a very HoopPathy technique. If you don't like it, that's cool. There's loads of people that have taken loads of workshops with me that don't like swing. Want to get super nerdy with swing, you try not to use any grip. You try to use complete point. Where the point is on the hand doesn't really matter. Like if it rolls up to the side of your hand, that's fine. Or if you can, keep all four fingers attached. But for people that really like swing, it gets pretty geeky. There's a swing into isolation, hand walk. short. All right. Let's okay. Okay. All right. I think we just we're almost out of time. I think we should just free hoop. Hopefully, we're still connected. I'm imagining you guys were hooping, and that's why we don't see a lot of comments, but whatever. Yeah. So if you haven't donated in a while and you want to send me $10 to help pay for this toy, that would be awesome. But no pressure. For those of you that can't afford to donate, don't worry about it. You are equal to everybody else. All right. This will be probably our last or second to the last song. Thank you guys for joining me. I will be here Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
Dancing with those demons. Come with me, I'll show you how to play. Forget all your feelings, kill those rhymes and reasons. Lose yourself and fall and fade away. Let me show you what I found. I can take you underground. We won't be long, we don't belong. Come along and don't look down. In the dark we will be found. We won't be long, we don't belong. Hiding from the heat, dancing with those demons. Come with me, I'll show you how
Oh,
to
thank you,
play.
Jordan. What a nice comment. I appreciate that.
Forget all your feelings, kill those rhymes and reasons. Lose yourself and fall and fade away. Let me show you what I found. I can take you underground. We won't be long, we don't belong. Come along and don't look down. In the dark we will be found. We won't be long, we don't belong. Let me show you what I found. I can take you underground. We won't be long, we don't belong. Come along and don't look down. In the dark we will be found. We won't be long, we don't belong.
Okay, sweet. All right, y'all. I think we'll fade to green as this song comes on. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. I will be back Tuesday, 7 o'clock.